welcome to Parliament.
Can you just tell us how the changes to the Copyright Act that you're proposing will help protect the young artists and musicians in Canada?
Oh, I'm not sure that it'll protect them, but I think it'll help them in the future. And I think that it's at the moment, the way the Copyright Act is written, it says that people don't. If you assign your copyright as a youngster, you don't get it till 25 years after you die. I think that's kind of unfair.
How optimistic are you? The single easiest and no cost to the taxpayer, the single
Correct.
simplest way of helping struggling artists or artists in Canada. Can you describe that?
Well, getting control of your work helps you going forward. I mean, initially, I think it's good to have some period where people do own and help artists develop, and I think that there is a fairness. The number, however, is the question. How long is it fair for people to own other people's work? And I think a revision of that, where other artists get their work back, helps the artists in the future. Because let's say you only write one or two things in your life, and suddenly you have control of it again. You can decide if the person you were with is someone you want to stay with. You know, what if you didn't work? What if you didn't want to be with this person? You know, and what if the contract wasn't very good?
Now, there are other jurisdictions that have this reversion of copyright rights.
Yes, that's correct. America, particularly. Yeah.
How optimistic are you, sir, after hearing from the politicians that there might actually be some change on this issue?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that there's. I'm not sure that. I just don't know. You know, it's the first time I've ever talked to a committee like this. So, I think that I got the message across and try to keep it as simple as possible, because the message is we want to try and change one word in the Copyright Act from 25 years after death to 25 years after assignment.
What was your
decided to come out here today? And how long have you been looking at this issue?
This is my second prime minister I've gone through to try and get this changed, and quietly. I haven't made a noise about it, and I didn't expect all you guys here today either. So I thought it was going to be a meeting with the minds.
What about the vested interests? There's always interests who would be against this proposal. Who would oppose this proposal?
Well, I think anybody that owns other people's works are gonna want to have it as long as they have. I mean, that's why somebody devised the law that's in there now, which is that copyrights don't come back till 25 years after you die. So, I mean, whoever worked that out must have been a publisher.
You mentioned this was your second prime minister, so did you get any traction before? Have you seen any movement on this file? Are you expecting a meeting with perhaps Prime Minister Trudeau to talk about this and change the law?
I did meet with the Prime Minister, and he asked me to meet with the Heritage Minister, and that's why I'm here today.
Who was the
Mr.
other
Adams,
prime
you talked
minister?
about a few different moments in your career where this law affected you. Is there one that stood out in particular for how this law or a change version of this law could have impacted your career?
I mean, I'm a different kind of artist. You know, I'm coming here after having a career of 40 years. You know, I'm not sort of really fighting for myself as much as I'm fighting for people going forward, because I think this is something that will affect young artists. I mean, especially now that the paradigm has changed so much with the internet, that, you know, it's hard to say whether an artist will have a career as long as, you know, I was lucky, you know.
What was your reaction when you found out about this? You obviously find it unfair now.
I've known about this a long time, yeah. And
after you signed that first deal for $1 and didn't know what you were signing away to an extent, right? As a young artist, when did you find out?
Not for many years afterwards, but you know, the thing is, when you're a young artist and you're trying to get your way and make a name for yourself, you'll do what you have to do to get there. And yeah, one of those things is signing deals you don't really want to sign.
In the United States, the reversion is 35 years.
Yes.
Is a lot of your work covered by American law? Because it was the Duran example. So do you get back rights to your copyrights in the United States?
Yes, I do get them back. Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I'm fighting for it today, because I think that Canada shouldn't be dragging behind America. We should be from the forefront of what, you know, is happening with artists' rights, and we've got a lot of great talent in this country, and we should be protecting it and nurturing it. And especially going forward, it's important that, you know, the artists have as much control as possible.
On the timeliness of this, you mentioned this is your second prime minister that you're dealing with. We have an election coming up in 2019, so how quickly do you hope they act on this?
Don't know. I think that it would definitely be a vote in favor for a lot of artists and composers of this government if they were to change it.
Who was the other prime minister? was Harper that you
Yes,
brought it up with?
absolutely,
How
yeah.
much of your work is covered by reversion? In other words, how much of your, your copyright do you have a right to get back, and how much is stuck in this Canadian limbo?
Well, a lot of my lot of early stuff, back when I was in the 70s and early 80s, would be affected by this. But I'm getting it back. You see, I'm getting it back in America. But I own most of my work. I have done since the 90s.
So do you think 25 is fair then? That's the message
It's
as well.
it's a curious thing. I mean, what is fair? How long is it fair? I mean, one of the MPs was talking about they used the mortgage example of owning a house, and your mortgage is after 25 years, that's the distance to pay back. So that's an interesting idea that using that as a sort of a base, that if it's based on mortgages, like how long do you have a mortgage for?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.